Light language is a vibrational medicine that changes the vibration in your cells. So it's directed to where the energy disturbance or the stop of the flow is going on, because you're all whole and complete, and that's all we all believe. But there's a story stuck in the system somewhere. So it could be in the lymphatics, it could be in your blood flow, it could be in your organs, it could be in your physical body. So I'm talking about embodiment. And as soon as we create or channel that light language, we don't create it, we channel it from a source energy and share it soul to soul, something really changes. And it's that vibrational, it's almost like you put a pebble there, the tone, and it's like it reverberates across the sphere. So if you feel into your emotional body, which is your water, is where you carry all your water, it sort of shifts things there. Yeah, it's so interesting to be witness to what light language can do. Now, there are various types of light language. So when you are channeling, or if you channel, or you might not be like other people. So be really conscious to that and come from a pure heart. So when I am doing my healing or when I'm doing my coaching, I prepare beforehand to see what is needed for that person to be the best version of themselves, what they're calling in. My biggest aha moment and my breakthrough when I was first starting in medical intuition is one of my clients is a nun, and she came for a medical intuitive session. I'm Catholic, so we have a synergy. And she was on the table, and I was channeling light language with her. And as she got off the table, she said how she was feeling a lot better, a lot lighter. And she said, Maria, you were channeling, you were speaking like Jesus speaks. So you were speaking in tongues. And that was an evolvement for me as a soul in a human body, that I was tapping into something bigger than myself. And when you do light language or channel light language, it does feel a bit like, what is it? And then because I'm being of service, and I'm being of service for the highest good of all, I'm channeling that language, not for me, but through me, for the other person that comes and asks for support. And that's what we do. We ask for support ourselves as healers so that we can share that healing in the world. And that was a big aha moment. And it shifts from your mind to your body. It's like a lighting up from the inside out. For me, tears run down my eyes. I'm deeply connected. I almost like I'm in a trance state when I'm channeling, and I'm connected to a source greater than myself. And that takes practice to access that consciously. So it's for me as Maria, I step out of the way and I channel light language, and that's how I'm being of service. So if you are feeling like you are channeling light language, you can come and have a chat to me, and I can say, yes, that's light language. So that's what I would do, is say, go to a teacher who teaches light language or channels light language herself. And there's a particular nuanced energy, vibrational energy, that is inherent in light language. When I first heard it, it was like, what is that about? And that was years ago, as I was on a training for medical intuition. So I went and thought, am I a medical intuitive? I needed a framework. So I went along to a training, and the trainer used light language to clear an energy that was blocked in one of the students that were in the room. And I thought, what is that? What is she doing? What? And I had no framework for it, because it was something so foreign to me that I did not have a language for it. And that's funny because it's light language. So when I came home from that, I started to channel light language. My light language was different to my teachers. And then, of course, I went down the rabbit hole of the YouTube, as you do, and rabbit hole of what is light language? How do people do light language? And I started to have an education and information around what light language was, but then I couldn't find anyone else that was channeling like me until I found someone. I went, oh my goodness, there it is. But more than that, I found when I was using it, when I was channeling it in my medical intuitive healing sessions and the programs that I run there, and even in my leadership training now, I clear blockages to the path going forward, any resistances, any disturbances in energy. I can do that with light language. And I saw the evidence of how effective it could be to bypass the conscious mind and to receive the light language that was channeled. So this is soul to soul work. And it's so potent and powerful, the energetic shifts that occur when I channel light language. And I know of other channelers that channel light language and have the same sort of impact and healing. It's a shift. It's a shift in energy, and we can shift anything that's stopping you from doing things, from illness, disease, and like just people that come to healing, whatever they're calling in, we can help them with light language. I've seen from light languages how people reclaim their value and worth. So as entrepreneurs, I can do that. How they release like functional pain, muscular pain. They're suffering from low back. We can do light language and it shifts really quickly. I've worked with neurological diseases as well as some cancers in my sessions. So there's such a variety of receptivity on a soul level that you can channel the light language and really get down to those stories, get really connect to the story that's stuck in the body that's creating the disease. And it's almost like again, that ripple is like it disperses that energy that's holding on in that particular area. And I've had the privilege to work with some really amazing people that are struggling with not so pleasant diseases along the way. And now I work with entrepreneurs who are gifted and who have certain resistances, or I call them unconscious biases, things they can't see down in the shadow element. And we work on shifting that, and we do like channel light language for them when they need it, because it's quite a high frequency. It takes a lot of energy for me to channel it too. So it's a high frequency, potent vibrational medicine that's available to everyone. So I've taught it before, but everyone is different and everyone can have the space to do it themselves. But first be introduced to it, feel it, and see if you can everyone channel it? No, I'm not sure, but if you feel you can channel it, you can immerse yourself into light language. And I've been part of a group too, which is a beautiful synergy and brought light language together. And that was very potent. We sent healing into the world, and that was really an amazing experience for me as a light language channeler. And they were all different. So I touched briefly on that there were different types of light language. So don't be afraid of what comes through. It's a tonal, it's almost like there can be it's a breath pattern, it's a formed word from another language source. It can be some a channel snake language. I know it gets really, it's a big, vast world of different sources out there. So your source is your unique source. So you will be different to someone else. There are teachers that teach the same light language. I didn't do that, but I know some of my students have been down that path. Some of my clients have been down that path too. And the source is how it makes you feel. That's the connection. So connect to that, access that, and know that you're coming from a pure source, and that's what holds you in good stead. So however you channel, that's basically tonal, and tones change, pitch changes, and it could be formed words as well, but not of this language. It could be clicking too. There's some clicking, whatever noise you can make through your mouth. It could be clicking, it could be like snake breath work, words from another language that I've not heard on this earth. It's actually another language from another source, another galaxy. I know. It's not what I do. I channel a source that's from Earth, and it's very guttural and connected to Earth. So how to take care of yourself if you're going to be a vessel for light language, because it does take energy to actually channel, intuit, connect to a higher source, to a source greater than yourself. And you do need downtime to regroup and come back to your human, mundane self with all your responsibilities around you. So whether you need rest, you definitely need to drink lots of water, because you've connected a soul to soul and emotional bodies. So you need to wash out and clear out the energies that you've connected. So it's like a circle connection. And so, and ground, because you've floated to another dimension, you're floated to another source. And this is all very woo-woo, but when you recognize that you're doing it, it's such a privilege. And it's a sacred honor to be of service on that level in this earth plane. You're really tapping into something greater than yourself when you're doing it. And I've seen so many people bust through resistances, clear energies, dissolve illness, be well and healthy, energize, plug in. It's a source greater than yourself. And when you do that, there is hope, faith, and clarity for you as a human, as a soul in a human body. And yes, you can use it for yourself. I have not used it for myself for a long time. It does take a lot of energy to channel it. So when you're using it, let's see, scrap that. Can channeling light language for yourself is a yes, you can. So you have a disturbance and you send the vibrational tone to that energy. So you've got a sore shoulder, very common, sore knee, really common, low back, very common, tummy ache, very common. Vibrational medicine, sending that tonal effect to the cells at that particular area will clear it. I know. And it's very powerful when you get one or two people that are in that energy, so that magnifies and amplifies it too. So that's really powerful when you connect to another soul.